It is 24 degrees downtown, not bad at the moment. Weatherman said 23 degrees, we're going past that. My prediction, 26 degrees, got plenty of day to go. I think we might actually get there. But then again, my co-host Barbara, she says 27 today, and well, you never know. We'll see how it goes. Tuesday, November the 2nd, got to welcome everybody along on Facebook Live too. Let me do this. Galaxy 107fm. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm. Got to welcome along everybody that's joining us this morning on Facebook Live. Now, if you're going to be watching this a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. You do. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell, notifications, absolutely. And, you know, thumb, because you like us, right? Absolutely. Today I'm elated because we're going all the way over to, yes, LA. We're catching up with, well, Scandinavian-born young lady by the name of Sandra North. And believe me, you're going to absolutely love this. You really are. Let's kick it off. Here's Sandra North and You. That gives us a couple of minutes.
Yay, that was awesome.
Very cool. Oh, Donna's back again. Donnie. Nice to have Donnie Coulter back again. You're getting a little prolific watching us, my friend. I don't know. Have you got a thing going on with us? I think you do. I really do. Absolutely a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
We've been, as I've been mentioning, we've been getting a huge response on a lot of your music. We really have.
Wow, that's such an honor. I'm so happy. It's amazing.
I'm finding
here.
I'm finding it hard to get through a breakfast show, and I do a breakfast show from Monday to Friday, but 6 o'clock in the morning until 10. And believe me, we're getting so many requests, especially for same story about a broken heart. It's just amazing. It really is. I can't get through a show without actually playing one of your tracks.
Hey, oh my goodness. That's so amazing. Thank you. That really makes my day. That's so amazing to hear.
Believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to tell you that, because I never get to be able to tell people how well they're doing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So when I do these interviews, it's just fantastic, because we only play the best of the best, and we only interview the cream of that. You know what I mean? So well done. You've ticked all the boxes. You really have.
Thank you.
We've still got about a minute 43 now. You may see me from time to time making funny gestures over one way or another. I've actually got a voice in my head. She's my producer, my on-air producer. She talks to me, gives me stats, bits of information, all that sort of stuff. So if you see me making a funny gesture or something, it's also she's also my wife.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
Most women like that idea, actually, to be, you know, the voice in my head and get away with it. But moreover, I got to be honest with you, Sandra. She gets paid to do it.
Well, that's like that's nice.
Oh, look at that. Terry Van Cadden's back again. Good morning, Terry. It's nice to have you back, my friend. The hardest working team on radio, Barbara and Grant, loud and clear here in the USA.
Yay!
Coming out of North Carolina. This man is an absolute genius with a slide steel. He really is. He's a master at it. So it's an honour to have you joining us, my friend. Really is. Oh, by the way, belated happy Halloween for yesterday.
Well, thank you. And to you guys as well. Do you celebrate a lot over there?
No, we don't. But let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I know we're a little late, but, well, you know, happens. It really does. 26 after 11 o'clock, 24 degrees downtown, heading for a high today. Well, the weatherman says 23. We're past that. Now we're coming up to my 26, and I think we're going to get there. I really do. It is Tuesday, November the 2nd here, and today I'm absolutely elated to say to Sandra North, pinch and a punch for the first of the month. Welcome along.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you here. It really, really is. Now, as I was saying to you earlier on, Sandra, I'm finding it difficult to get through a breakfast show without playing one of your songs. I really, really am. So congratulations. You've literally, absolutely hit the market, literally. Now, we are global. We're in, how many countries this morning? 85. 85 countries this morning so far. And believe me, everybody knows all about Sandra North's music because we play it. We play a lot of it. Opened up the show with you, so I think it's only appropriate, Sandra, that we start with this. Tell me about you.
Well, the song you or me, me, Sandra North.
No, let's start with the song. We will work into finding out more about you as we go through. So please, tell me about the lyrics of this. How did you come to that?
Well, I write with my two guitarists. One of my best friend and guitarist, Juan Abesha, he also produces for me. But this song came about a little differently because my other guitarist, Casey Lau, he just kind of wrote the music, you know, as a project for school. He sent it my way. Hey, would you mind writing lyrics? And it was just supposed to be the school project, you know. And I just really took to it so much. And I remember the first time I heard it, and I just really loved it. And I felt that it was like very positive feelings, you know, warm emotions, and I wanted it to be like a love song. And I find those like the hardest ones to write because, well, if you hear my other songs, it's more about broken hearts. So this one, I just really wanted it to be happy and uplifting and sweet, and the lyrics just sort of came to me. I wrote them on the go, like kind of fast during a couple of days, and yeah, I just really loved how it turned out, and people really took to this song. And the video, we had so much fun shooting the video in Malibu and up in the mountains and by the beach, and yeah, I don't know, it was just such a we got it right. I just really love that song.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Sandra. 1,359 requests at the moment, and climbing here at Galaxy. It really, really is. So it's taking traction. It's starting to get there. It really is. Now, at the same time, I got to ask you, have fan question for you. How do we get hold of you, Sandra? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on TikTok? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
I do respond, and you will find me pretty much everywhere but TikTok. I have not figured that platform out yet, but the rest of them I'm on. So the one where I'm most active is Instagram, I would say. So Sandra North _official, and you will find me right there.
Very, very cool. Do you have a website?
I do, yeah. SandraNorthOfficial.com, and you will find all my music and everything up on there.
Very cool. Do you have a merch store on your website?
Not yet, actually. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I have some stickers, and then I just, you know, printed my CD. So I do have the copies, like physical copies of my EP now, which is super, super cool. I did it partially for myself because I took a shot, and I just really wanted that physical copy and like have it in my hands. And people, yeah, I sold a few, and people really love it.
Well, I tell you what, if you can give us a few copies, maybe we can, you know, have a competition at some stage and keep you rolling here at Galaxy as well. Lynette Halley is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Lynette. Welcome to Galaxy. Now, having said that, and believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. We certainly don't need to try again, do we? But I think a good segue, actually. Tell me about Try Again.
Try Again is my very first song. I'm so proud of that song. It means a lot to me just for that nostalgic reason. I had never written a song before in my life. I'd written a lot of poems and things growing up, but not really a song. And it took a little while before it came about. I wrote it after reconnecting with an ex. It's like those kind of feelings. You see someone again that you shared a lot of history with, and it was a passionate relationship, and you kind of want to give it another shot. That's what it's about. And I wrote it really. The lyrics, I wrote them very fast. I put them in a drawer, and I didn't look at them for 8 months. My guitarist came along, and he's like, "Of course, we got to make it into a song, Sandra." And he wrote the music in like 15 minutes. It was the most incredible thing to watch, and to hear him sing it back to me, and to start recording it. It's very special to me. And it did super well in Sweden. That was so cool. That was the first song I had on the radio in Sweden, and people really welcomed me, even though I haven't really been there and played there. I live here in Hollywood, so it was really cool to get all that support back home. And people voted for me and kept me on the air for 15 weeks with Try Again.
But you do hail from Sweden, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Which part? Which part?
It's a tiny small town called Trosa. It's about an hour south of Stockholm.
Very cool. Right here, joining us live this morning is Sandra North. Try Again. How you feeling, Sandra? You okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you need a drink or anything?
I got them stacked up there. Thank you.
You've
Do you
got
want me to do anything in between? Let me know if I should be muted or something.
No, you'll be fine, literally.
You're on
because,
Facebook Live.
You're on Facebook Live, so we wouldn't want to mute you in any way.
Okay.
Your time is precious
Hi,
to us,
how are you,
literally.
chap?
So
And
we
all that
really,
fine. Hey,
really
Dana.
appreciate you actually talking to us down here in New Zealand.
Oh my goodness! Of course, I'm so excited.
Molly, nice to have Molly on board. Is it Molly or Charles?
It'll be
Both?
Charles.
It'll be Charles. Hello, Charles. Nice to have you. Florida, how is Florida? Literally, I hope you're staying safe and well. Really
No
do.
big alligators.
Yeah, don't go golfing alligators in the golf courses, apparently. It's true. I was in Florida. I went to Jacksonville and I went golfing with a guy there, and he says, "Don't hit towards that log." And I went, "Why not?" And he says, "Because it bites." Big alligator on the golf course. No, thank you. I don't want to do that again. But I did enjoy going to Orlando and going to Disneyland as well. Have you been to Disneyland?
I have in Florida. Yeah.
I was just talking to one young lady that comes from Orlando, and I said to her, "When was the last time you were at Disneyland?" She goes, "Oh, a few months ago." I went,
Oh wow.
That place is haunted, eh?" And she's...
Well, it takes a while to get through all the parks. I think my sister and me were there for like 6 days. It's almost 10 years ago, but yeah, it was amazing.
I stayed at a hotel, I think either across the road or just down the road from the place.
It would take you a few days to.
Yeah, it would
go
take
on
you
the
a few days to
roads
get through it. It
with all the
really,
people,
really would.
with all the people.
Having said that, I see that the Disneyland in China is closed down right now, scared of the virus thing. So, very interesting. It is. How's the virus thing going over there for you?
What was that?
How's the virus thing going over there for you?
How is what's it going?
The virus. Have you got a big COVID thing going on over there?
Well, it feels like it's gotten better because people are more vaccinated now, at least here in California, and but we still wear masks and everything.
Yeah, as you should do too. It's mandatory here if you're out in public to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can actually sing police to them and say, "Don't stand so close to me."
Yes, it's true.
Well, it's true, the police did bring that song out.
Hey, dear.
Oh, Gear's joining us.
Yeah.
This is the man, literally, with
Hey,
the vodka label.
Oh.
Yeah, Gear Miranda, he comes out of Norway. He's the manager of a band. He's the manager of a band called Viking Queen. And he's also the guy that wrote the score for Lord of the Rings.
Sandra.
Sandra, I want to talk. Would you consider, once we open up our borders and stuff, would you consider coming to New Zealand do a couple of shows?
Oh my God, I would love to.
Let's talk
I
about
would
that.
love to.
Let's talk about that.
We are just
It's hot in here, it really is. Today, joined by Sandra North coming out of LA, and believe me, I've got the skinny, I've got the bio, but I've been handed this, and believe me, this is interesting. Sandra announced the release of her album, a long-awaited EP debut in August 2021. The album, titled Long Time Coming, reflects the artist's lifelong musical passion and longing to tell her stories to the world. Sandra, let's tell your story to the world, because believe me, the world is listening right now, and I really, really want to get in depth with you.
Yeah.
And it started at a young age, didn't it? You wanted to be a singer songwriter from what age?
Well, since forever, I feel like it's hard to put an age. I guess I've always just gravitated towards that. There are stories when I would, get up and dance when Eurovision was playing. Like, I think 1 year old. Like, my dad would say that whatever song was going to win was the one I got up and danced to. So, yeah, he said I picked them. But so maybe I had a music ear. I don't know. But I've just always been in front of the mirror, learning songs. I would build my own stage in my room, put chairs together, pretend that was my stage, even if I was singing My Little Pony. It's just always been that way.
So you're a natural-born entertainer.
Yeah, I think so. I just hid it for a really long time, which is kind of strange. I would, like, my dad today would even say, like, I didn't know you wanted to do this, like, for real. But it's strange to me because I was always singing, but I think that I kind of hid it a little bit and just, like, kind of did it in my room, and for myself. I was always in the school choir or the church choir, but, like, I was a little shy, so I never, like, took the lead and stepped out. It took me a little while to gain the confidence and
So what was the turning point that you said, okay, I'm going to go to LA and make it big? Where did that decision come from?
I think it was a lot of little things that combined gave me the strength to, like, I have to do this. I was at it. I think, grown-up life stuff takes a little while too. When I was at a job where I wasn't really happy and I didn't feel like I've always been very passionate and motivated to do my best, but I didn't feel like I could go further, and I was kind of not being satisfied. And then I thought to myself, why am I fighting so hard for something that's not even my dream? Like, this is not where I should be. And yeah, it was a lot of things. My friend, he was just like, Sandra, you need to see a vocal coach. And he called his friend, and she was not seeing taking on new students, but she really liked me, and she took me on as a favor. And she said I was her best student ever, almost, and she helped me apply for Musicians Institute in Hollywood. And, I saw her for about a year before, I took private lessons for about a year before I came here to Hollywood in the winter of 2015.
Now,
yeah,
you now, believe me, I've been out with a couple of Swedish ladies in the past. You don't have a Swedish accent. You're very, very American, aren't you?
Yeah, thank you. It's always been that way. I love English. I was a language major too in college, so it's just easy to me. And I remember trying to teach myself English from a very young age because I just loved it so much, and I didn't want to feel like I had limitations on what I was able to say. So I just, with music and movies and stuff, I just catch on easy, and you hear it all the time in Sweden, and it came easy to me.
I think you've adapted very well. I really, really do. Now, having said that, and I posed this question to you before we came back live on air, do you know much about New Zealand?
Not a whole lot. I know you have beautiful scenery and a lot of movies are shot there, right?
Well, Lord of the Rings is one of the ones that it always gets bandied around. I've got to be honest with you. Everybody identifies New Zealand with Lord of the Rings. Once for Warriors is another one as well. But having said that, Sandra, we would love for you to be able to come here. Once the borders open up, once we can start bringing artists back into the country, and Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainments that does that. She does all the logistics, everything. You just give her a wish list, she achieves it. Absolutely stunning. But we would love to be able to have you come here and play in front of New Zealand audiences. Believe me, by the stats that we get with people wanting and requesting your music, I think it would be feasible to be able to at least approach the subject.
Yeah.
But we're also thinking, let's not just make it the Antipodes here in New Zealand. Let's make it an Australasian tour. Let's go over to Australia as well. We have this love-hate relationship, New Zealand and Australia. It's much like Canada and America and ice hockey. We're kind of, rugby union, football, and we have this love-hate relationship. So if we go over to Australia, primarily it's because we like their money.
Well, I would love to come either way. I've never been over there, and it would be incredible to get to go.
Okay, well, I tell you what, Sandra, let me fill you in a little bit about New Zealand to start off with. We're primarily three islands, and we are islands, literally. Right down the very bottom of New Zealand is a little island called Stewart. It's the only island that actually got a name. Literally.
Oh.
Nice strong name, Stewart. Yeah, it is. Then whoever named New Zealand ran out of imagination, called the next one South.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they followed up with North, and that's where we are right here. Great
Well,
names.
that's ready to go, right?
Yeah, well, we're in the north right now. In fact, we're on the east coast of the north. We see the light of day every day, first in the world.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. You're a whole day ahead of us.
Yeah, we kind of are, yeah, literally. But at the same time, we love to be able to show our country off to artists that come into New Zealand. So we would love to be able to take you around, show you a little bit about New Zealand, and immerse you in some of our cultures as well, and some of the things that we do. But I've got to warn you, we're a little crazy over here, okay? we like to do things that really get your heart going. Are you in for a challenge?
Well, yes, I'm excited. And a little scared because I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yes, I'm up for a challenge.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, are you scared of heights?
A little, maybe, yeah. If it gets too high, yeah.
Okay, well, and I've got to ask you, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No. No.
Okay, and believe me, we'll give you the instructional videos of this a little later on. In fact, we'll give you a copy of everything we do today, and we'll take some photos and everything afterwards, crazy photos, that you can put on your wallpapers on your phone, show everybody, Kiwis. Not healthy, don't do it. Literally. But a hoo-hoo grub, literally, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
The butterfly?
Yeah, a little caterpillar. Yeah, okay, well, this is like that, but, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini, really. It's big, it's white, and, well, what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, get a tight shot, when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh, wow. You guys are brave.
Do you drink? Besides wine, do you drink?
Yeah, I drink, yeah.
Yeah, nice, because you might need some before, sometimes during, and mostly afterwards as well. But believe me, it is a tradition that we do here.
Yeah, nice. I was going to say, well, sort of, but what I'm more scared of is like bugs and spiders, and that's like actually where you went with that. So I don't know if I would do that, but I would gladly observe the tradition.
Well, I tell you what, we have a thing down the west coast of the South Island called a Wild Foods Festival. You know what a festival is, you know, with candy floss, kids wandering around with hot dogs on a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, not there. Not there. You might see a deep fried locust on a stick or something like that. Literally. But we do make a drop by in this Wild Foods Festival and try and educate people on, you know, different foods that can be edibles. Literally, it's a lot of fun. Have you ever heard of Queenstown?
No.
Okay, and I don't mean Queensland, that's in Australia. That's where all the guys wear dresses and high heels and drive fast in women's clothing. Call it drag racing, I think they do. And yeah, we like to give the Australians a bit of stick. But Queenstown, this is a little boutique town, no kidding, where all the A-listers from around the world go and hide from the paparazzi and probably the wife or the husband or something like that as well. Shania Twain owns property down there. Pre-pandemic, of course, Kevin Costner was down there. Same with Keanu Reeves, and Tom Cruise was down there as well, just prior to the to this COVID thing. Literally, so you never know who you might bump into down there. But Sandra, I got to warn you, you don't want to bump into me.
And why is that?
I'll throw you off a bridge.
What? You're crazy.
Told you we were crazy. Yeah, no, we have a thing down there, and a very good friend of mine that introduced the sport to New Zealand, we have a thing called bungee jumping down there. Another tight shot, please. But you're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
So shocked.
Very, very cool. There's a thing down there, and believe me, you will absolutely love this. Huge big jet boats down the Shotover River, and it's called the Queenstown Jet. Huge boats. They turn these super boats inside out, upside down, and all around, and I guarantee you, Sandra, you won't spill your beer.
Oh, really? That seems like an art.
No, we have lids. We do.
You play it smart.
Yeah, we do. We do. Have you ever done any skydiving?
No.
Okay.
No. I've always been a little careful, I guess. Like, singing was the scariest thing that I attempted to do.
Okay. Well, I'm an instructor, literally. I take quite a lot of fun jumping out of a perfectly good aeroplane with people. I would love to be able to do a tandem with you. Would you consider that?
I might consider it.
Very cool.
Convince me a little.
Well, I tell you what, at least you know the instructor. Check this out. Not so long ago, about a couple of years ago now, prior to the pandemic, the local airport rang me up and said, Grant, we have some people down here that want to go for a jump. Need an extra instructor, will you come down? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I got all my gear, went down there, got changed, sat right at the back, watching everybody going through their processes and, of course, being taken through the instructions, everything like that. And I'm just sitting there watching. And as the plane arrives and everybody files out and gets on board, I kind of go past everybody and get up to the back of the plane. This one guy comes and sits in front of me, and of course the rest of the team just strap me into him, you know what I mean? Hook me in there, harnessed in, and as it comes time to be able to just move out of the plane, you could feel he's pushing backwards, you know what I mean? He was very, very uncertain. And just as we leant forward, I tapped him on their helmet and says, you been an instructor long?
That was the instructor.
I'm the instructor, but I asked him if he'd been an instructor long, right? He screamed all the way to the ground.
Yeah, I might do the same.
Well, as I said, you got a heads up because I'm actually the instructor, so don't worry. You're perfectly safe with me, literally.
Everyone.
Now, do you like shopping?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, believe me, you will absolutely love this because Barbara is an Olympic shopper. She knows everywhere to go. She really does. So you're on board with Barbara right now. Absolutely brilliant. let's get back to the music, my friend, and I'm really interested in this because, believe me, it's gaining momentum here at Galaxy. Tell me about Southern Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a special one. I wrote that with a couple of people, like specific people in mind that I met in Sweden. Yeah, I might as well say it. I met a bunch of Alabama guys in Sweden, and they just really made an imprint on me. Like, it's just such a different culture. It's the Southern gentleman thing. They took me in within like a couple of days as if I was their, childhood friend or, best bud. It was just the most amazing experience. And it kind of, made me want to come to America even more. And, coming to America, I went through all the southern states. It made me love country music. So it's sort of my paying homage to that whole experience. And the Southern man, that kind of courts you in a different way that, Scandinavian men do. It's a sweet song.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live this morning by Sandra North, and here's Southern Man. Gosh, it's hot in here. It's sweaty. Is the air conditioning working?
Mm-hmm.
It is? Mm-hmm. You've managed to open the window. Nice.
Yeah. I wonder what the temperature is in LA today.
What's the temperature over there today?
I have not been outside yet, but I can check. It's like getting towards fall, but every now and then we have like a heat wave again. It's 18 today, so it's kind of chilly, or like,
Okay, 18.
And that's in Celsius. I measure Celsius.
Yeah, okay. It's 73. It's 73 outside here in Fahrenheit. So that's about 22, 23 degrees.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, because this is 64 Fahrenheit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that. They're saying, 64 outside.
75.
73 inside. That's why it's hot. All these computers. That's what it is. It's 64 outside, yes.
Hi, Tone, sweetheart. I hope you had a nice birthday. Thanks for the photos you sent.
Well, it's kind of hot in here, too. I closed all my windows, just, for you guys, because it's so noisy. I live right in Hollywood. There's always, like, a big noise around.
Believe me, I understand. I've been to Hollywood a few times. I used to go and watch the tourists taking photos of the Hollywood sign.
You just to go just to watch them take photos?
Why not? I'm a tourist myself. I might as well watch somebody else be silly. They stand out like sore thumbs, don't they?
They seem what?
They stand out.
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They put their little babies on the boulevard to take pictures of the Walt Disney Store, but it's crazy to me knowing how filthy it is. I'm sorry, but like Hollywood is not a glamorous place that like people think, and a lot of homeless people and not so nice views too, but the tourists still come and they take their pictures and
Believe me, I know. I've been there. I really have. Donnie Coulter says love LA. Lived in Whittier.
Whittier. Oh,
okay. Very cool.
We'll look that up.
Have to. Gonna have to look that one up.
It's a big place, all right?
It is a big place.
Yeah.
It really is.
I lived there for a little while.
We did concerts there. I toured with an Australian band, and I toured around the world for about almost 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it ended up kind of tragically, I've got to be honest with you, but it was a good experience.
Oh,
really was.
what do you?
I'm sorry?
What do you play?
What do I play? Besides the full, I'm an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, I do front of house.
Awesome.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and believe me folks, I'm absolutely elated to be meeting up with Sandra North coming out of LA and playing her music here at Galaxy today. You know, I get so many requests, I really, really do, for Sandra North. It is phenomenal, it really is. Now, having said that, Sandra, we were talking about getting you here to New Zealand, and I know you're kind of familiar with Lord of the Rings, a little bit, but about an hour and a half away from where we are right here in this office is actually the original set of Hobbiton. And we'd love to be able to take you there and show you around and give you a feel of what it really was like on the set itself. And I've got to admit to you that the producer, Peter Jackson, I can't call him sir, I really can't. I used to go to university with the guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, I did. We used to get on the alcohol a bit, and that's why I can't call him Sir Peter anymore. I really can't. I know what he's like when he's drunk. I really do. But we'd love to be able to show you around that and some of the other more interesting parts of New Zealand. Now, we did discuss that you like a bit of wine, so we would love to be able to show you some of our wineries here in New Zealand as well.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
We have some...
Have a concert.
I would be super thankful if you guys would show me around.
Believe me, we have some world-class wineries and wines here in New Zealand. We really do. And, well, you never know. You might find a little passion with some of our wines, like Montana, for instance. Check that out. Believe me, great wine. It is. I got to ask you, and believe me, we're getting so many requests for this particular track, and I'm finding that I'm not being able to get through a breakfast show without playing it. At 3,719 requests so far. Shane, same story about a broken heart. Now, tell me about this, because people want to know, literally, how did you come to the lyrics of this?
How many requests did you have?
3,719 to date and climbing.
Oh my goodness. That's so incredible. I'm so happy for that. And honestly, that's my favorite song too, so I'm really happy that it's like coming through that way. I've loved that song from the first second it was created. Like really, it has a special place. It's interesting also how the songs come about, because they're all different and they all kind of happen in a different way. And that song, honestly, I got a text that really annoyed me, and I got all these feelings of disappointment and kind of relationships not being what you think that they are, and all these feelings that I felt like I've had like a million times before. And walking through my halls, coming home that night, I just felt like, how many times have these walls not heard my tears and all? And I just had to write it down, And to me, it was like this kind of introverted, slow ballad. But I had also mentioned to my guitarist that I wanted a really badass, rock song. And it's so interesting how he combined it, and that's how he heard it, and he just made it to this kick-ass song that I just adore. And it was a really successful day in the studio that day too, when we recorded all the arrangements, and when I came home that night, I could not stop listening to it myself. Honestly, I played the demo 25 times in my ears. I love that song so much.
Well, believe me, Sandra, it has a huge following here. As I said, 37 and 19. 3725 is going up already. But just before we get to play the song, I have a young lady coming out of Berlin. Her name is Tracy. She asks, Sandra, what would you say is the pinnacle of your career at this point? What's taking you to the stardom? How did you get here?
I think it's hard work and determination, honestly. I just try to not compare myself to other people and just really go for what I'm passionate about and just keep going for it and keep contacting more people and, writing more songs, doing everything I can to just get it out there, basically. It is a lot of work, but it's like I can't imagine doing anything else, because this is what I've been wanting to do my whole life.
I get that. I really, really do. And Tracy, good question. It really is. At the same time, now we were talking about coming to New Zealand and touring not only here, and also in Australia. Emma from France is asking, would you consider touring in France as well?
Oh my God, I would love to. I've been to Paris once, and yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
And like I have some exciting things up ahead happening in Sweden possibly, so we'll see if by next summer I'm able to do some shows around Europe.
You know something? It sounds like you're about to take a world tour. It really sounds that way. It's starting to build, it is.
I would love that. Really love that.
Right here at Galaxy, joined by Sandra North, coming out of LA right now, is same story about a broken heart. Yes, the most requested Sandra North song here at Galaxy. Check it out. Yeah, Sandra, I've got to be honest with you, I don't know Kelly Christmas. It's only just come in this morning, apparently.
Yeah. I released this very, very close to Christmas last year, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to promote it.
Okay.
So it's kind of again now. But I work with this producer that I've gotten to know, and he has a rock band called the Cold Waters. So it's his song, and he kind of re-releases it every year, and he wanted someone female to sing it, and he loves what I do, so we worked on it together, and yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I know production have put it through for the Christmas show that we do here as well, so well done. You've managed to tick every single box there is here at Galaxy. Let me run you through this, Sandra. It's really hard to get an interview here and to get played here. Barbara gets about 30 to 50 bands a day trying to get hold of us, trying to do the interviews, trying for us to play their music. We only have a certain amount of time in a week to be able to do these things, so she's got to be brutal and literally cut things out. So you've got past that, it goes to production and Barbara work again, get it down a little bit more, because it's got to go to a board, and any board meeting could be 8 to 10 to 12 people, there's 15 on the board. Not everybody makes it at any given time, but their only interest, Sandra, is our image. It's got to be good for our image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then Barbara puts it on a USB kind of device and hands it to me, and I listen to you in my car. Now,
Oh my God.
two reasons for that. First reason is, if I listen to it here, everybody's going, yeah, you want to do this interview, and I want to make that decision myself because I do the interview. You know what I mean? So that's the first reason why I listen to my car. The other reason is, well, to be honest with you, Sandra, nobody else wants to drive with me.
Bad driver.
Okay.
Even Barbara, her ex-husband used to be a car racer. Her son is a champion car racer. Her grandson is a champion car racer. She won't get in the car with me. I like to go sideways, okay? Just like bit of fun, you know?
For when I visit.
But what I'm trying to say, Sandra, is when I heard your music, I was damn determined we needed to do this interview. All right? Well done. Well done. That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM. Donnie Coulter, gotta love Barbara. Absolutely, everybody needs a Barbara. I keep saying it over and over again. I'm lucky to have one, I really am. And she's priceless. Joined today, of course, we're being joined by Sandra North coming out of LA. And it is an absolute pleasure to be able to play Sandra's music here. Now, I gotta be honest with you, this morning I was told by production in the other room there, they said to me, Grant, got a new Sandra North song for you. You haven't heard it yet, but you are going to play it in the breakfast show. And I went, really, am I? In the interview. And I went, really, am I? What is it? Well, they said, first of all, wrap your mind around this.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas from your favorite radio station. Ho, ho, ho!
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That's fantastic, guys. Well done. I love it. Christmas is coming. It's only around the corner. And Sandra, you were telling me that you've got a Christmas song, and we're going to talk about the band Cold Water as well. Tell me a little bit about this, because I actually haven't heard it, and production are really hot on it. They said they've already entered it into the Christmas show. So I reckon, across the board, it's going to be a winner. Tell me about it.
Well, I work with a really good producer and a friend of mine, Michael Reed, and he's just super talented, and he's worked with some of the best. Like, he's worked with Steven Tyler and Mick Jagger and like Alice Cooper, all these like huge artists, and I was just fortunate to meet him because my guitarist was recording music with him, and I was chilling in his backyard because it was a pandemic. I didn't have anything to do, and he just asked me if I wanted to sing on his Christmas song, and it was really, really cool to have that experience and get to work with him. And he wrote the song, and his band is playing on the track, so I am the vocalist. But it's a really good song, California Christmas, and it's played by the Cold Waters featuring Sandra North. And yeah, I was hoping to make a video this year, but I have not made that happen yet. So stay with me, and there might be one next year.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a pleasure to play it. It really, really is. But is it hard to sing a Christmas song?
No, I think it was sweet. I really liked it from the first second I heard it. It's very sweet, and I always get in the mood too, and it's cozy and nice. And I think what was harder was the perfectionism that you want to achieve, like to have all the parties happy with all the results in it, and working with different people. I think that maybe was what was a little harder, but yeah, it was a fun experience, and I'm really happy with what we got out of it.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I am looking forward to playing this. Here's California Christmas, Sandra North here at Galaxy.
The Santa and the rain are kicking off again.
So, are you recording? Are you still writing at the moment while this pandemic's going on?
I've been on a little bit of a break, I have to say. I'm trying to write some stuff still, but I'm not recording at the moment.
Okay. Have you anything planned for the future? Are you looking at recording more stuff in the near future?
Yeah. I am on my guitarist all the time. I'm like, we need to record, because he's my producer as well, and it's just time management. It's just hard to get everything done that you want to do. But I have a couple of songs that are like half done that we want to finish, so hopefully there'll be some more country rock stuff coming next year.
Well, it would be remiss of me if I didn't say to you, would you release new stuff with us? Would you come back again?
Yes, I would love to. Of course.
Awesome. Now, I'll give you the stats of how many were tuned into this interview after we do this. No point in giving it to you at the start because it just grows. It really does. But I must admit, you'll be surprised. You really will be surprised. And keeping in mind we are a global station in 80 plus countries around the world this morning, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted how many people tune in and listen to these interviews, and including everybody that's online right now. Thank you so much for joining us. Franco, you're a friend of Marvel 42's, I heard, and it is going to be a pleasure to meet you, sir, in the near future.
Project, to do with the Africa project.
With the African project? Yes. He's one of Thornell Jones Jr.'s friends, I see. Which is a good point. Thornell Jones Jr. is a good friend of ours, Sandra. He's a Grammy selector, and he watches a lot of these interviews. He follows us so much. So believe me, you never know, you might get a tap on the shoulder one day from a Grammy selector.
Wow.
Now, we're going to wrap this up, but please don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a couple of things that we do after this. And at the same time, I would love to be able to ask you if I can introduce you to a friend of mine who has a magazine. I would love to be able to get you in.
Yeah, sweet.
Hang in there.
It's a California Christmas. Galaxy, galaxy,
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today joined by Sandra North coming out of LA. Got a lovely phone too, the little pink one. It's really cool.
What was that?
I love your phone.
Oh, yeah, my sister sent me this. It's a funny story actually. I used to my go-to name on Instagram when way back when was like Scarlet, and this color here was called Scarlet. So that's what I named my first cover band too, Scarlet Light. So now you have like the full background story, and yeah.
There you see, I told you we would find out about you as we go through this. We've done that. We've actually cracked it. We've done it. But
for hours, there's a lot of stories.
well, I'm kind of hoping that you'll come back again. That we'll get to know each other. We would love to be able to play more new music for Sandra North. We really, really would. But more importantly, are you familiar with the Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
Oh, yes, I joined yesterday, I think.
Great, because please use that. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you've got a new song, if you've got a new poster, even if it's the opening of a shoebox, advertise it on there. Literally, there is so many people that look through there, and believe me, there's important people. Could be a label, could be a venue owner, could be a promoter, could be just a fan, but believe me, everybody looks. Please use it. It's free and it's there for you at the same time. It really is. Now, having said that, we're going to have to wrap this up, unfortunately, but please don't go anywhere just yet, because we're going to do some crazy photos and stuff like that very, very shortly.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Galaxy. We would love it if you'd come back again and release new music with us. We'd love to be able to do another interview in the near future, and just follow your career, because we do feel, Sandra, that you've got a big future in this game. Please don't give it up, will you?
Thank you so much. That really, really means a lot to me. And these words of encouragement, when you get them from the outside world, like often we just sit here and we work all on our own. So it really, really means a lot when you get to hear it actually and see the rewards of everything that you're doing.
Well, let me tell you, Sandra, we're on the front line here. We really are. We battle not only for the artists, but we battle for our audience as well. We really, really do. We try to pick the best of the best and present that. And Sandra, you're there. You're right there. And I think you're going to have a very happy and successful career in the near future. I can see that coming. I do. Anyway, it's an absolute pleasure. Don't go anywhere just yet, but I'm going to switch right on back over to the other studio right now. Here's Duncan Shrek and Belly Breathing on Galaxy.